Well, congrats to Eric. He's done a fantastic job in a short amount of time with the paradigm that he's selected to go to, which is transfers, and he's been successful with it. And so, I want to congratulate him and those guys for getting a win against my guys who were really ready to play today, very feisty. I thought we took the fight to them, especially in the first half. And we did some really good things to put ourselves in a position to win the game down the stretch. Unfortunately, they got hot from the three, and a lot of those were contested shots, which, good teams make. So,
Marvin, on the three that Jovan took there at the end, what were you looking to get out of that?
What was I looking to get out of it? A make? What happened was, I don't know if you remember, I called that timeout with like 9 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever it was left in the game. Maybe not that much, but it was kind of late. But that was my last one, and I messed up. I looked at the scoreboard, my own scoreboard, and I saw it 2, and I think it was team fouls or something. I don't know what it was. But after I took the time, so I called it real quick. Then after I took it, the assistant said that was our last one. I was like, what do you mean that was our last one? So I had a little slip there. I think I could have scripted that a little better with it, at the end of the game. But we did have a set in to get a 3. But Cody was really good defensively the second half. And they didn't know the play was coming, but he guarded it really well. And off the baseline, he trailed up, and he's just so long. He's got a good defensive position on JoJo. And he knows JoJo can shoot it deep. So he went all the way out there, and he did a good job. And the thing that I would have probably, in retrospect, had them do with that, I think it was 20-something seconds left. We would have taken a quick 2 there as well. But we didn't have an opportunity. So I just put the options in to either go on the low post or the mid post off of that particular play. Neither one of those was there. They guarded them pretty well. So I wanted to make, but unfortunately it didn't come out.
It's right after the loss. But I would assume in your mind, though, you kind of have an idea what your roster will look like next year and who's coming and who's going. If you had to say right now, overall, how to become better defensively, is it just get them back in the gym? Is it schematically? What is it that you want to change from here to then?
Well, consistency. I thought that we played pretty well defensively tonight, especially in the first half. So it's just the experience. They just need experience. They need to have failures before they have success. It's a part of any business, any corporation, any sport. Failures are a part of growing and growth. Having gone through this as many years as I have now, I'm really proud of the guys. I'm really proud of them. I thought that they laid it all on the line, and they did all the things that were necessary in the first half. Unfortunately, in the second half, we had some breakdowns against a really good team that will capitalize on breakdowns. What is Steven's first name? I'm sorry, I forgot. Kendall. I think Kendall he might be one of the best three-point shooters I've gone against, coached against. I mean, he's lights out. If he gets a look, you're like, dang it, he got a look, and because it's going to go down. He's a talented player. So I think that's one of the things, though, Ed, specifically is taking care of the three-point line and defending the three-point line better. And there's some technical things that we can do, and you got to have athletes and players that can get out there and do that. So we'll continue to teach and learn from that.
Okay.
You mentioned the last game that some of the turnovers were fatigue-based. Is it safe to say that some of the turnovers in this game were a factor of kind of moving too fast in certain moments?
Be honest with you, I don't know. I'd have to look and see. But I thought some of them were trying to feed the post. Some of them were, I know Shakur had one when he had a long rebound. He tried to throw it to Chris Claiborne, and Chris stumbled. We had a few just miscues that I don't think were really forced as much as and they played well defensively, don't get me wrong, and they played smart. But I think at the end of the day, we could have curtailed those a little bit. But we ended up with 14, and we wanted to have 12 or less. So,
right here.
Fresh out of the gate, I could tell that you guys, I've seen an incredible difference in the energy and momentum compared to last week against the Wolfpack. So what was getting you guys going this night?
Well, I think Shakur alluded to it. Sometimes you got to get the monkey off your back, and I think getting a win, even though it was an overtime win against a feisty Air Force team, I think it shook them a little bit and reminded them that, hey, we're pretty good when we play together and we do the right thing. So I think getting the win, number one, and then the last loss, we know we didn't have our best foot forward, so that's always disappointing. And I think any competitor will take that opportunity, that next opportunity, to prove that they're a better team than they showed. So I was happy to see that.
Let's go back here.
Jordy picked up his 4th foul early in the second half. How did that change the complexion of the game and what you wanted to do there in the final 15 minutes or so?
Honestly, Kevin, that was really challenging because I had Jordy and JoJo in foul trouble, both with 4, I think, for a large stretch of the game. And I think they got on their heels a little bit and not wanting to get that foul. And I told them, I said, listen, you can't take it with you. You got to still play solid defense. You just can't gamble. But we lost some of our full court pressure that we applied in the first half, and I thought we gave them some trouble with that. And so it hurt us a little bit, but fouls are part of the game.
Let's go over here.
Their decision to put Cody on JoJo in the second half, just how crucial do you think that was?
Well, I'd have to really break down the film to know for sure how many shots did JoJo take with him on him specifically, and how many did he influence, and so forth. I don't want to speculate and say, it was this. I just want to be truthful, and I don't know that I could answer that right now.
Let's go over here.
Yeah. Do you expect Brandon to be back next year?
I haven't talked to him yet. We just lost, so we weren't going to have that conversation today for sure. So we literally haven't discussed it at all. So I have no idea. It'll be a family decision on their part. We'll do some research and some background from feedback that we can get, and we'll make a decision. The family will make a decision and let me know whether they want test the waters or return or whatever that is. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I know.
There are 2 more questions. One here.
Marv, you've talked about youth all year and young guys and learning and everything, and I understand in the past the sort of decision-making when it comes into tournaments other than NIT. But if you have so many young guys, why in your mind would you not play another tournament if you were offered a bid in the next few days? Other than the NIT or obviously the NCAA tournament.
Well, it's a decision that's made by a lot of people. It's not, hey, I want to go play in this. It's a collective decision. So I would have to, we would have to sit with my administration and my bosses and decide. I don't particularly have to be candid, I don't have a zeal to play in those tournaments for a host of reasons. But just depends on, like you said, on your team and the youth of your team and different scenarios. There's finances involved. There's a lot of things involved to whether you want to play in those, the state of mind of your guys, your seniors. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's never just a cut and dry deal, but as of right now, I don't believe that that's our intention.
Right here.
I remember after the loss, that 1-point loss against the Lobos a few weeks ago, you said, and I quote, "It was good to see them fight back when we got down." What can you say about the effort you guys displayed on the court tonight?
Well, overall, I thought our team was battled. I thought we took the fight to them. I thought we played hard. I thought we gave it a great effort. So I'm proud of these guys. To do what we've done and put 9 new faces together and go out and fight and compete like this. It doesn't feel good after a loss. But I think after some time and you get to reflect a little bit, we'll see that we move the needle in a positive direction. So just proud of my guys, proud of their fight. And, you can't take anything away from UNR. They had an excellent second half, shot the ball lights out. Eric made some pretty good adjustments against the zone. I thought they got some good looks in posting up the guards, and then we tweaked it, and then we got some stops, and it was a pretty close game all the way to the end.
Let's go. Very last question right there.
Coach, you guys have faced Nevada more than anyone else this year. How good do you think they are, and do you think they're a team that could possibly win a couple of games in the tournament?
Yeah, I do. I think they're second weekend capability for sure. They got to stay healthy. If they stay healthy and they make the shots from the perimeter like they do, they're a tough out, and I definitely don't know who's going to go from our conference, but I think we'll be represented pretty well by whoever that is.
Shakur, you said a couple games ago that when teams hit tough shots like that, that it can be deflating. Did you guys feel like you guys got deflated in that second half?
No, in this case tonight, I don't think any of us felt that way. I mean, they're honestly a great shooting team when they're high and when their feet set. So tonight it was just like, all right, they're gonna make some, but we can't hang our heads. We just got to go down there and capitalize on defense. I mean, on offense, and just pound them inside, get our scores the way we need, and then come back and then try to make them shoot tough threes again.
Over here. Over to your right, Shakur.
Shakur, JoJo said after the last game that it doesn't really come down to X's and O's when you play UNR. Did they do anything different in this third meeting aside from the first two meetings?
Nah, not at all. They just played the way they played. I believe we did things different from the second meeting than this time. We played with more heart. We played with more like a chip on our shoulder. We wanted to come out here and just play for the fans, the coaches, and the two seniors that we had. So, I mean, we gave it all we had. Sadly, we ain't come out the way we wanted to, but I feel as though that like we ain't leave nothing. We ain't second guess or second chance anything that we tried to do tonight, and we just played hard. And I mean, everything is out there on the Mountain West floor. So,
Back here.
Shakur, the last 3 weeks, you've often said that the group's been discouraged. Did something competitively click today that made you compete with one of the best teams in the West and definitely the country?
I wouldn't say discouraged. We were just all question marks. We was trying to figure out what was going wrong and how our season was like going downhill from when we was playing good basketball. I just felt as though when we got the win yesterday afternoon, it was just like, all right, well, we got our groove back. We still in the winning spirit. So today we just carried over and just, I mean, played with all the energy and heart that we had stored in. And like I said, sadly, it didn't come out the way we wanted to, but I believe we play hard.
Any other questions for our student athlete? Okay.
The only other question I have is about the play of Chris Clyburn. He started earlier in the year, went to a reserve position. Can you talk about the excitement and the energy that you got from him tonight?
Chris is a great player, even a better person. That's what Coach recruited. Yeah, he recruited personalities, and then if you got talent, that's even better. Like from him going to playing a lot last year and starting this year, and then not starting, he could have easily went to a little bubble and had anger issues, or could have felt bad for himself. He was in the gym. He was getting up his shots. He was working on his game, and I mean, he felt as though that one day, his time was gonna come, and tonight it showed that he just stayed poised, and he just kept hoping that, that one day he was going to come out and make the shots that he usually make and do the things that he usually do.